Hi guys, good evening. In this session, I'll explain about water requirement of crops. Water is essentially a basic input influencing assured crop production. Water requirement of a crop is the total quantity of water required by the crop from the time it is sown to the time it is harvested. Different crops require different quantities of water. Since the growing crops use water continuously, it is essential to maintain the quantity of readily available moisture in the soil by irrigation. The functions of irrigation water are: it acts as a solvent for the nutrients. Water forms the solution of the nutrients, and this solution is absorbed by the roots. Thus, water acts as the nutrient carrier. Second point, irrigation water supplies moisture which is essential for the life of bacteria beneficial to the plant growth. Third point, irrigation water supplies moisture which is essential for the chemical action within the plant leading to its growth. Fourth one, some salts present in soil react to produce nourishing food products only in the presence of water. Fifth one, water cools the soil and the atmosphere and thus makes more favorable environment for healthy plant growth. Sixth point, irrigation water with controlled supplies washes out or dilutes salts in the soil. Seventh one, it reduces the hazard of soil piping. Eighth one, it softens the tillage pans. Ninth point, it helps to control the temperature of the soil and also minimize the effect of frost. 10th, and at the end of life cycle of the plant, water is still a constituent of the product. These are the functions of irrigation water. The quantity of water needed for net irrigation on various soil types per meter depth of soil profile at 50% of soil moisture availability is shown on the screen. You can see the soil type, irrigation depth, and efficiency in percentage. The if the soil type is sandy means sand, the irrigation depth in centimeter is 25 to 50 centimeter. Efficiency is 60%. For sandy loam type soil, the depth is 45 to 80 centimeter. Efficiency is 65%. Loamy type soil, depth is 70 to 110 centimeter. efficiency is 70%. Clay and loamy type soil, depth is 80 to 120 centimeter, efficiency is 75%. Heavy clay, the depth is 100 to 140 centimeter, efficiency is 80%. When the soil grain is big, like the sand, the efficiency reduces. So you can compare with the heavy clay. For heavy clay, at the last row you can see heavy clay, the efficiency is 80%, whereas sandy is its efficiency is 60%. As the grain size increases, the efficiency reduces. Clay, heavy clay means clay is like very fine uh, grained particle, that efficiency is good, is 80%. Next is factors affecting water requirements. The factors are: first one, water table; second is climate; third one is type of soil; fourth is method of plugging; fifth is intensity of irrigation; sixth is ground slope; seventh is method of application of water. Definitions of some common important terms. This we should know because these GCA, GIA, these will come in the explanation of to understand the water requirement chapter. Gross command area, GCA, the abbreviation of GCA is gross commanded area. It is defined it is defined as the gross irrigable area which can be commanded by irrigation. The boundary of GCA is usually defined by the drainage on either side across which irrigation cannot be extended economically. So what is gross command area? GCA means gross command area, gross commanded area. It is defined as the gross irrigable area which can be commanded by irrigation. The boundary of GCA is usually defined by the drainage on either side across which irrigation cannot be extended economically. Gross irrigable area, GIA, abbreviation of GIA is gross irrigable area. It is defined as the gross commanded area less such areas within irrigation limits as may be excluded for any reason for irrigation by the canal, project or scheme. Next is CCA. Abbreviation of CCA is Culturable Commanded Area. CCA is Culturable Commanded Area. It is that portion of the culturable irrigable area which is commanded by irrigation, that is gross commanded area less the area of uncultivable land included in the gross area, such as areas under small drainage ponds, abrades, reserve forest, alkali soils, roads, railway lines, and water courses, etc. CCA is roughly taken as 80 to 90% of GCA depending upon the configuration of land. Intensity of irrigation. Intensity of irrigation, it is defined as the percentage CCA proposed to be irrigated annually or seasonally. It may depend on the objective of the irrigation project. The various factors considered in fixing the intensity of irrigation are climate, soil, topography, cropping pattern, drainage, groundwater condition, amount and nature of available water, socio-economic needs of the area, water application method, rain and its distribution, etc. Next is crop ratio. Crop ratio is the ratio of areas under crops to two main seasons. Two main seasons. The crop ratio is selected in such a manner that the discharge requirement of the canal supplying irrigation water for both crops may be nearly the same so that the canal section is put to the most efficient use. So these are some important the terms which will be used in the discussion of water requirement and relationship of soil and the water chapter. Thank you.